Hello and welcome to day 6, our final day on this journaling for self-discovery journey together. I really hope you've enjoyed committing to yourself for the past 6 days, and I hope that you've taken something away for yourself. Maybe some insights or a new practice, or simply just the act of taking a breath out and giving yourself a bit of time for introspection in what can be an incredibly busy and incredibly mad little world that we live in. Today I am called to lean into fun, to gratitude and to abundance because it just feels like all shades of delicious. So today's practice is one that can elicit some powerful shifts in your energy, and it's going to be in 3 parts. So the first part is gratitude, the second part is going to be celebration, and the third part is going to be manifestation, abundance, desire, all around visualization and tapping into all of your senses. So for anyone that is interested in the science of this one, all of our beautiful brains have a network of neurons in your brainstem called the reticular activating system. This is the RAS, the RAS. And now this part of our brain acts as a filter for information. It helps you decide to what to focus on based on your current mindset. So practicing gratitude and focusing on what you want in life trains your brain to prioritize those positive aspects of your life. So over time with this practice, you're building up a more positive perspective and outlook, meaning that you're more likely to notice and to appreciate positive experiences, and you're also more likely to say yes to opportunities that are available to you in life. I mean, what's not to love? And today's practice has taken inspiration from 3 different books. So a book called The Source by Dr. Tara Swart, a book called Pussy, A Reclamation by Regina Thomashauser, and a book called The Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks. And what I'm about to share with you is some kind of beautiful mashup of all of their teachings. So the first part today is gratitude. And I want to ask you to do this first because it's going to get you into a really beautiful energy for the next parts that follow on from it. So firstly, a note on gratitude and practicing gratitude. This is personally for me where my love of journaling started. I was obsessed with gratitude journaling because it really did change my life. The more I focused on what was good, the more I could see what was good, the more positive I just felt about life and the more positive things that were happening in my life. And because there is always an and, what we don't want to do with gratitude journaling is toxic positivity. We can't allow it to be our only form of journaling because it lacks space for how beautifully multifaceted and nuanced we are as human beings, how we can be both having a hard time and still be grateful, how we can feel immense anger and still be grateful, and how sometimes we just don't want to feel grateful. So I would also choose to pair this exercise with just checking in first with how you're actually feeling, and not to lean into it if it just feels way too much of a stretch from where you're at the moment. That said, it is just a super powerful practice and can have a monumental impact on your life, especially if you practice it regularly, daily. Okay, so all of that being said, check in with how you're doing, and if you're feeling called to today, I invite you to practice gratitude, to get yourself grounded and to remind yourself that you are safe to take this time for yourself and to start your journaling practice. It might sound like, today I am grateful for my delicious breakfast. Today I am grateful for friendship. Today I am grateful for technology. Today I am grateful for my pen. Today I'm grateful for nature. Whatever it is you feel called to list down. I'll invite you to pause this here whilst you do that, and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, so once you've got your gratitude down, hopefully you can already feel that little shift in your energy. Now you've taken some time to acknowledge what's good in life, what's already good that's happening. And I invite you now to write 1, 2, or 3 things down that you would like to celebrate about yourself. And I appreciate that this might feel tough or uncomfortable for some people to begin with, but if we can be our own best friends and truly celebrate ourselves in this lifetime in the same way that we do our friends, there is some powerful, powerful magic in that. So I invite you to pause this now and to give it a go, to write down 1 to 3 things that you choose to celebrate about yourself. And all the while with the reminder that we are here simply to notice. And thirdly, I'm going to ask you now to employ all of your senses, to really step in and feel and visualize and imagine exactly how you want the next 24 hours to be. I want you to feel just how good it gets to be before it has already happened. We are getting into the energy of joy, of love, of abundance, and fully feeling into it. And so it is. So for this final part, I invite you to feel, maybe to close down your eyes and imagine the next 24 hours going exactly how you want it to go. And when we journal this out, to write it all as if it has already happened and to fully love on it, feel it as if it's happened. For example, I love the delicious, nutritious breakfast that I ate. I love how smooth and calm my journey was. I love the laughter from my loved ones. I love all of the incredible feedback I got from work. I love how joyful I felt on my walk in nature. I love how productive I felt and how easy it was for me to do everything I set out to do. Whatever you want to experience in the next 24 hours, I invite you to feel exactly how you want it to play out and write it in your journal as if it has already happened. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. We can fully choose to be the author of our own life and use the power of your mind to train your brain to focus your energy on exactly where you want it to be. And so it is.